Hello, my good friend. This is Dr. Cherry, and as you can see, I've lost a little bit of weight since the 16th. The evening of the 16th felt pretty bad. So I don't know, start to cough and high fever, no appetite, no energy. So I spoke to my doctor and I told him, I think I have pneumonia. He says, no, you got COVID. Could go and get tested. So I got tested and no COVID. Then when I told him about this, he says, well, go test it again. So I went tested again, COVID and no COVID. I start to get really pissed off because I'm a soul doctor. I'm not a traditional doctor. But I know I'm not stupid, not at 71 anymore. So I said to him, I think I have pneumonia. He says, no. You need to go and get tested again for the third time. Then he finally realized that something was wrong. So we did X-ray. Of course, the X-ray came up and I had advanced pneumonia. So I've been suffering for 2 weeks because my doctor inability to delegate my case properly. His diagnostic and prognostic was wrong. So a couple of days ago, he gave me the right medication, and I'm feeling so much better to the point where I can't work. I don't know how long I'll be able to talk without coughing, but my energy is back. My appetite is back. I'm not top of the line just yet, but feeling better. So that's the good news, my good friend. Now, currently Mercury is retrograde. Mercury is a tiny little planet that evolved around the sun, and 3 times a year it goes backwards. And that means problems in communications, problems in transportation, problem with the weather, chain reaction accidents. If you have any project, everything is going to get screwed up. Pretty much like what happened with the cosmic code. We decide to migrate to a better platform just because of Mercury retrograde, and we both been quite sick. It's been difficult to keep up, but be patient with us. Soon it'll be all back together. That's what Mercury retrograde does. You also affect the natural GPS of birds and mammals, which tell them that's the open oceans, and when they actually beach themselves. So anything and everything you're trying to do, the universe is going to try to stop you and kind of reevaluate your life. It's a perfect time for you because you're going to be more receptive to the metaphysical information. Imagine a train where God said to the driver, slow down, stop, and put the train in reverse. Because a lot of people miss the train or the boat. So it's an opportunity for you to, as Mercury is retrograde, to maybe assimilate my work a little bit better. So that's the good news. So affairs of the past, people of the past are going to come back. Frustrations, trying to go places, construction, electronics breaks down, your vacuum cleaner, your telephone, your cars, flat tire. Just be cautious, and the weather will always play a very important part of Mercury retrograde. So, excuse me. For example, Mercury retrograde produced the total lack of communication that ended up with the Titanic going down. The moon was waning, negative. The moon was in Pisces, water sign, and Mercury was retrograde, which means there was a total miscommunication all along that cost the life of thousands of people. In 1912, the Titanic. Same with the Lusitania, also sank. Same with the shuttle. When I tried to reach NASA and told them, hey, don't sign the shuttle. Something is wrong. Next thing you know, it exploded and killed 7 astronauts. Again, the same story. People who don't have any cosmic consciousness will tell you, for example, the Clinton crashed the JFK airplane. These people do not live in reality, and they have a position of power and totally cosmic and conscious, which is terrible for this country. So basically what happened is JFK was after the full moon during one of these negative cosmic biorism. Mercury was retrograde, which means he may not have been skilled enough, visual flight rules or IFR instrument flight rules. Mercury was retrograde. Mercury was every moving part, airplane, cars, and because the plane, nothing to do with conspiracy, nothing to do with the Clinton, nothing to do with the immense stupidity that crosses all our leaders. So it is important also to mention that 9/11 is a real thing. That's why I predicted it in full detail. And as you read the newsletter, you will read all the details that were wrought, okay, about 9/11. As much as the horrifying school shooting, Sandy school, that's not staged. I predicted it. It's real. People, cried real tears. People really, really suffered. People who have no cosmic consciousness, all they have is science, religion, and conspiracy. It's all about being cosmic conscious. It's all about being educated and understanding God's cosmic design and read the sign, because this is how God speaks to us through the signs. So obviously there's a lot of things that I do not agree going on with all this conspiracy talking head. You're talking about David Icke, you're talking about all the top radio head out there who have no cosmic consciousness. All they have is their imagination, their fears, their stars, and all they want is to sensationalize everything. All they want is ratings. All they want is money. Meantime, they feed in you all sorts of stuff that degenerate you constantly, and you don't need that. What's going on, lady? Come here, baby. Come here. That's my little doggy. Come here. Hey, come here. There you go. There's my little baby. So I'm going to put her behind me. She's been with me 24/7 last couple of weeks, so I find it hard to be away from me. So let me put her behind me. She'll feel better. The newsletter again is loaded with critical information, but currently we're under a Plutonic deadly windows. Again, remember, don't predict anything. I'm just using Nostradamus 16th century divine astrology as an astrophile, using quatrains, and I add obvious keywords because, again, I don't have to fear the French Inquisition, so I can say what it is. So the quatrain will tell you basically the type of news that we are going through, and we're going to go through the next few days. So the window started the 2nd, which is yesterday. Quatrain itself is very, very direct, as always. Hidden secrets, sex, money comes to light. Raw power challenges police, deadly villains, ugly face of death. Drama, horror surface, nature, romance, religion, bloody folly reigns. Keywords are all about Russia, death, trauma, FBI, anything and everything that, excuse me, that deals with the undiluted truth, wake-up calls. And as I told you, during any of these windows, the police will be killed, FBI will be killed, innocent law-abiding people will be killed. This is the same thing that took place when this nasty cop killed this guy by putting his knees in his throat. It's the same type of windows. Remember, the news are like the weather. They never end. I just know when specific cosmic winds produce specific news. And that's why it's important to become a VIP and be prepared. So what do we have that confirm this 2 FBI agents were killed and 3 were injured in a shootout in Florida. Again, the keyword FBI is there. I always tell you during those windows, cops are very vulnerable. Sad enough, the police administration, the FBI, the Secret Service, who have so much to learn, do not know, or do not pay attention, or they're too rational, too critical, too religious to pay attention to God's cosmic design and how he speaks to gifted people like me. I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people, particularly my students, who can do what I do. The keyword Russia is mentioned, and then Russia blasts criticism of Putin critics. Navalny's prison term as 1,400 more protesters are arrested. That's Russia. Keywords, this window always involves Russia because Russia is a Scorpio country. Scorpio was death, drama, the KGB, the FBI, Secret Service, and that's why they have the exact same replica of the shadow, top spies. Now the tail of the dragon is moving in Russia. So what's going to happen to Russia? Russia is going to implode. What Putin is going to do in the process, not sure. Maybe you want to put your hand on the 2021 Nostradamus dragon forecast and see how this dragon will affect you, excuse me, at a personal or universal level. To pay attention. This window always involved police, and today, sad enough, Pluto's death, drama, the reality, the wake-up call, and Officer Brian Sicknick, he was honored at the Capitol, and he's going to be interred at the Arlington Cemetery. Again, the keyword is police. Again, I can write all these windows for the entire year ahead of time. That's why it's important for you maybe to put your hands on your own personal dragon window dates that you know. Because once they're going to conjunct with one of those windows, that's where you're going to really play Russian roulette and decide to do something stupid, not paying attention to the cosmic code, to the signs, and ending up with part of the statistic and being killed. Or kill somebody because the emotion gone absolutely up to the roof. You could see on the 2nd of January when I prepare you and I wrote about the 6th and the 7th, be ready. You could see these people completely reptilians infected. They were no normal human being. They were full of emotion, packed with deadly emotion. All they want is to kill, is to die. They were ready for it, but they don't know. They are not cosmic conscious. They haven't been educated. They've been poisoned with religion or science, atheists, religious fanatics, but they don't understand their connection with the divine. They don't understand their relationship with the cosmic codes and how those energy, which are manipulated by the reptilians, turn those people into zombies, killers, totally and completely unconscious. And what's even more terrible is those who are in charge of our lives. All politicians and every human being, 99.9% to be precise, are not cosmic conscious. And unless we bring this type of cosmic wisdom into our college universities and be accepted and taught to our children, we're never going to stop this hell. It can only get worse. That's why it's important to share my work. If you feel that I have something, and obviously you know I do, not you wouldn't be coming back. And read, then, excuse me, share my work, be part of the solution, my good friend. What else do we have? G. Osborne discusses coming out as gay in country music, talking about secret to light, talking about sex. These are the key words. Again, remember, I don't know those people. All links are live. If you want to know more, get into it. But being more objective, I'm just telling you what type of news, what type of energy that's coming from the universe that's going to be used by the reptilians, that's going to force secrets to come to light, secrets involving also sex, money, power, everything that is under the blanket comes to light. That's where a lot of people get wake-up call. Now, rapper Silento, known for the Nay Nay dance, been charged with murdering his cousins. Again, during this type of window, in the eternal battle between emotion and logic, your logic's gonna go through the window. See those people in the US capitals, they were not human beings. They were reptilians, infected people. They were robots. They had no idea. Nobody was there to tell them not to be part of this nasty wind, because the reptilians can only survive by inducing more chaos, more pain, more death, more lies, more conspiracy, more ignorance in this world. Here trying to help you. Okay, what else do we have? 5 children and a man are killed in a shooting in Muskogee in Oklahoma. Jesus, 5 kids. The guy. I mean, if that is not dramatic news, if that is not death news, be careful. I told you what you do, what you say, where you go during these windows, because this will follow you for the rest of your life. That is, you're lucky. All the people that participate, thousands upon thousands of people participate, led by the reptilians, led by the liar of their infected presidents, stars, because I got nothing against Trump. In astrology, I read the stars and how it affects the country and the world. The stars are cursed with foreigners, with the law. Stars are cursed for education. Stars are cursed with the minority. And he's just the way he is. He's a Gemini. So Gemini divides. Tell the dragon in the 7th house facing the public. What he did is just absolutely horrific. And he'll have to pay the consequence. No one escapes karma. What else do we have? Manhunt underway for suspect accused of shooting a detective. Again, remember, crazy people will try to kill you. If you're a cop, more than ever, be careful. Okay, you should read the letters. Google police requiem. You should read the letters from mothers, brothers, sisters, cops, telling me how it feels. And I'm trying to help these people. Oh my gosh, it really hurts me inside to see another innocent cop that was killed because nobody was there to teach him about the Plutonic winds. That would make that day his last day on planet Earth. There's so many beautiful beings out there, dedicated and loving, and dedicated to protect the Constitution, to protect our freedom, and then to die in such a dramatic way because nobody was there to tell him on that day to be more cautious than usual. Would that change anything? I don't think so. But, I don't know until I start to teach the police force the reality of the cosmic codes outside of conventional religion or, scientific acceptances. We're going to keep losing a lot of people of all ages, of all walks of life. You can't go against God's cosmic design, expect to live a normal life. Again, this is why God created the stars and the heavens. Not just for the sake of beauty, He gave them to us for interpretation so that we may lead a safer, more productive life. What else do we have? Marjorie Taylor Greene, Liz Cheney, Futures in Balance Wednesday. Marjorie Taylor Greene, that crazy woman in power, follower of QAnon. She's a Gemini, like Trump. Remember, magnet will attract a piece of wood. She was born in June. Worse. She was born with the tail of the dragon, Scorpio. The sign that regulates regeneration through investigation, conspiracy. And the most evil, powerful, negative energy you can have is a Scorpio dragon's tail. And that one makes her rude, obnoxious, racist, sign of conspiracy. She has a stinger, not only against white the minority, but also against her own herself. And she may be a representative and a powerful political figure, but she's a moron. She's not educated. So she's gonna pay the price. There is no escaping. I told you, whatever you say, whatever you do, during any of my deadly Plutonic cosmic windows will follow you for the rest of your life. That is, if you're lucky. Remember, a magnet will attract a piece of wood. Like Trump, she was born in June, born to divide. And like Trump and Green, Sheriff Arpaio was also born in June with the same dragon as President Trump. It's all about energy, unseen energy that you haven't been educated about, that you don't understand, that makes people who they are. So more than anyone else, that politician, that reptilians infected politician is prone to, at the subconscious level and at the conscious level now, serve the reptilians and create more chaos. So we don't need her in power. We don't need her to educate or to teach our children. We need people like me and my students that teaches you all about love, light, and your connection with the divine. Something that is seriously missing in a curriculum video and dictate why all the kids are killing themselves. They don't regenerate. They don't know who they are. They don't know where they're going. They're looking for answer through QAnon, through the internet, watching videos. Oh my God. God have mercy. What else do we have? 3 skiers are missing after Colorado avalanche. Again, you don't do things when you feel like, especially, particularly after the full moon, and most importantly, during your cosmic negative biorhythm, which are conjuncting with one of my deadly windows. You're not going to make it. You're going to be at the wrong time, at the wrong place. You won't make it. And if you're smart enough, if you're curious enough, and it's only when a student is ready that the real teacher will appear. Once you start to vibrate at a higher cosmic level, then you may be able to learn a little bit more about your relationship with God and the divine and the stars, and realize that all that I'm talking about, including the reality of various group of extraterrestrials that are cursing or blessing humanity, is not part of my imagination, but it's real because I was there, basically. What else do we have? 2 trackers dead in apparent murder-suicide following dispute over a woman. Remember, my friend, during those windows, the emotion runs to the roof. You can't think. You're not a human being anymore. You become an animal. You become a reptilius. The power, the energy, the emotions override you. So you're killing the guy next to you because cheated with your wife, or whatever it is. 3 people dead. This window. Be cautious what you say, what you do. And sudden enough, millions and millions of people are listening to millions and millions of bullshit radio show that lies, that tells you what you want to hear. These people are not cosmic conscious. They have fear of the government. They have fear of powers. They are running after those conspiracy talking head because they have names. And these people like David Icke and Jones and all these people there are constantly poisoning your psyche. They constantly making you feel shit, excuse my French, because all they want is to grab you, to indoctrinate you, to radicalize you, so you sign up for their newsletters or their radio show, so their rating come up and they make money. They don't care about you. They don't care about the truth. They don't care about cleaning and cleansing. And those people, oh my gosh, how they're going to follow George Norrie and Tom Dineiser, which are part of the problems, because for months, for years, they had tons of guests. And every one of those guests told you Trump will be reelected and COVID-19 is a joke. While Dr. Jerry was there last October 2019 making real predictions. But he goes against George Norrie's belief, Dineiser beliefs. They didn't want to hear me telling them, hey guys, you're not going to be singing and dancing anymore for a while. Okay, COVID is real. And guess what? Trump has bad stars. He's bad for America and he won't be reelected. So all the people that you have heard, I don't know, hundreds of thousands last 4 years on coast to coast, every one of them has failed you. Only one did not lie to you. That was Dr. Jerry. Right? Don't forget, where is the truth anymore? Where is integrity? Where is honesty? SpaceX Mars rocket prototype explode on landing again. That wake-up call, my good friend, you're not gonna go to Mars. All these millions and billions of dollars, instead of being wasted for making more money by those rich bastards who wants to have a good look from the station, the national station. They can only reach their kind, millionaire, billionaire bastards who have too much time and too much money. This money should be given to a poor little girl who is raising 2 kids and a boyfriend drug addict is rotting in jail. This money should be going to my school where I can teach kids their relationship with the divine. This does not mean science has nothing to offer. I'm like you. I'm totally blown away when I see pictures of the universe. But don't believe that one day humans will walk on Mars. All they're trying to do is to do something next door. Trillions, billions, quadrillions of dollars have been wasted to go just 200 miles above the Earth on the moon or the space station. Is that a progress? Is that worthwhile? When many of you are there struggling to pay your bills, many of you are trying to pay for food, for your kids' education, your medical bills, your mortgage. Do you think it's normal for those trillionaire, billionaire bastards to watch those money being literally blown in space for nothing? Give me the money. Give me the money. Stop building churches. Stop building different belief systems that at the end produce groups like ISIS. That will kill you because their religion is not the same. Remember, religions were created by the reptilians because religions has killed more people than all disease, all wars, and all virus combined together. Now, if people believe in religion, my gosh, how easy for them to lie and to believe in QAnon's stupid conspiracy. That's what we are dealing with. Morons on planet Earth. Too many of these morons, victimized, indoctrinated, radicalized by talking heads who have no cosmic consciousness, no integrity, no room for the truth. That's what I'm fighting for all of you and for all the kids of the future. If you can feel me, good. If you can't, well, go and watch an interesting video on YouTube. Mitch McConnell says Loony lies and conspiracy theory are cancer for the Republican Party. I said conspiracy is a cancer of the world. So I guess we agree on one point here. In our country, McConnell says in a statement, somebody who suggested that perhaps no airplane hit the Pentagon on 9/11. That horrifying school shooting were pre-stages, and that the Clinton crashed JFK airplane. These people are not living in reality. This has nothing to do with the challenge facing American families or the robust debates on a substance that can strengthen our party or the United States of America. This is where you're at, my friend. It's time for you to realize that you don't have to follow, you don't have to believe all those QAnon loonies. Most of the people that have been indoctrinated, radicalized are victims, most of all. Well, they are not exactly related to Einstein, okay? They are religious, they don't ask questions, they have deep fears, they are home, they have nothing to do because of COVID, so they're spending more time on the internet and they're getting poisoned. They're getting poisoned. Now the ultimate predictions of Dr. Jerry for all of those people, and I've been in many of you's radio shows. You won't invite me again, and for good reasons, because you don't want to upset George Norrie or his producer, Mr. Tom Dunheiser, my good friends. Okay? Let me make predictions for all of you. None of you is going to escape the karma and the part you have been played for years, consciously or unconsciously, for poisoning the mind of people who do not know better. You will have to pay the heavy penalty for stimulating the minds of people, innocent people, vulnerable people, trusting people, to lead them to the US Capitol invasion. Every single hours of every single day, last 4 years, led by your reptilian infected president, negative stars. You will have to pay the price. It's coming. How? When? Put your hand on my book, 2021 Nostradamus Dragon Forecast, and be ready for a very big restructure of the radio, the communication industry. It's coming. No one will ever escape karma. And I'm here to point out to all of you, if you, the depth of your heart, it's all about lies, lack of integrity, feeding conspiracy junk to your audiences, leaving them without hopes and leading them to destroy this great nation. If you think you're going to get away with that, you won't. So Mr. George Norrie, okay, Mr. Tom Dunheiser, and all the big talking head out there who have been remotely, consciously or unconsciously, responsible for what happened on January the 6th, which I predicted on the 2nd. Okay? Be ready for your karma. It's coming. All right, my good friend, we are still during these negative windows. Trump impeachment will take place during a shocking, surprising window, which I'm expecting explosion, disruptions, earthquakes. It's not going to be normal. It has to be shocking. The outcome has to be shocking. And it will be. Until then, my good friend, one more time, I want to thank you so very much for taking the time to listen to me. Please read my newsletter with all the details that you need to digest. Share my work Be part of the solution. Because if you look at it, I'm all about love and light. I'm all about the truth. The truth, my integrity before my career, before Coast to Coast, George Norrie, and all those deceiving, reptilians infected conspiracy head. Don't listen to them anymore. You have a will. The part of God in you is stronger. You need better. You deserve better. Hope to see you again soon. Till then, God bless all of you. And I probably will feel much better next time I see you. Bye-bye.